So this is going to be just a quick little review of Speak No Evil, which I saw for the first time yesterday, and if I had to sum it up, it's just basically exactly what you expected it to be. Starting off on the positives though, I will say that everyone gives a good performance in this. Obviously James McAvoy is there to steal the show like he always does, but that's not the fault of the other actors. I thought everyone else did a good job, even the child actors. So yeah, got no faults on that front. I also liked the set and prop design and clothing department. I thought all that was, just spot on. The Midlands of the UK looks like the Midlands of the UK, and yeah, just Italy looks like Italy. No one's wearing bombastic costumes or anything. Everything just looks like ordinary, everyday people, which is exactly what they were going for. So yeah, they did a good job on that front as well. However, on to the actual main topic itself. I will be going over some spoilers for this, although I'm not really going to be going in depth with a lot of stuff. So if you don't want it spoiled, then obviously skip away now, but you might as well just wait until it comes out on streaming to watch this, because I don't think it's really worth the cinema experience. So like I said, the movie is just kind of exactly what you expected it to be from the trailers, and yeah, that really works against the enjoyment of the film. You go in there and for about the first 60% of the movie, it's just James McAvoy being eerily creepy and then being overly friendly, which can only really drag a plot along for so long before it just gets tedious. Before ramping up towards the end and all the big thriller stuff happens, which seems to last not very long and seems to make the climax come off very rushed. So the overall premise is family A meets family B, which is James McAvoy's family, when they're on a holiday in Italy, and they get invited to go to the family house in the middle of nowhere where they have no connections to the outside world. And while they start off as really friendly and really hospitable, eventually they start to become more manic and things become very creepy, and then eventually all hell breaks loose. Everything just kind of goes the way you think it would go. There's no plot twist where it turns out that while they're a little bit cuckoo, they're actually just a normal bunch of people and they end up fighting each other for no reason. There's nothing that really takes you by surprise. Everything just kind of happens the way you expect it to. The guy who talks about how he enjoys the hunt more than actually killing the thing turns out to be hunting the family and slowly drawing them in for the rest of the week. The kid turns out to not be theirs and it's from a different victim, and that's why they've had their tongue cut out. The family finally get some common sense, but it's too late and they all get captured anyways. It's what you expected really. I mean, there was a few good shots that I enjoyed. The one in particular that I remember is just, obviously it's a very quick chase scene, so there's lots of different quick cuts and different bits of action going on at the same time. And you see a part where family A goes upstairs and someone points a shotgun at them and pulls the trigger, only to realize that it's like, just the mirror, and he shatters that. And although it's not like impressive by itself, just the way how quick the chase scene is and how quickly that shot is inserted in, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought that was good. But yeah, overall nothing really stands out in this film. And like I said, everything just seems rushed towards the end. You have the little girl throughout the film who has had severe anxiety and panic attacks whenever she is separated away from her toy, but then throughout the end of the movie she can just get along just the same as the adults, and she's quick to react and she doesn't panic or anything, which kind of just gets glossed over. I mean, she basically just has a speech which she's heard 1,000 times at this point, and that somehow gets her to not have panic attacks anymore. Yeah, it turns out that James McAvoy is crazy. Who could have guessed? His girlfriend is crazy. Who could have guessed? And their very mysterious best friend that they don't really know a lot about is also creepy, and he's trying to hunt them as well. Who could have guessed? There's a lot about this story that could have been a lot better if they actually had gone for more subversion. I know that nowadays just trying to subvert things for the sake of subverting things isn't very good. Everyone despises it. But for such a straightforward story like this, having some sort of plot twist would have helped it tremendously. For instance, all of the marketing and the film itself goes out of its way to show that James McAvoy is on, the brink of insanity. He's going to be the main villain. He's going to snap and kill everyone. And very little effort is given to kind of promote his wife throughout the film and throughout the marketing, which I think could have been a really good subversion where it turns out that he's just as damaged as the survivors are going to be, but he's compelled to do what the wife tells him. Because throughout the movie, the wife is also very, you know, obviously she's crazy as well, but she also has a lot of manipulation tactics that she does to get the family to stay. It could have been really interesting to see that she's also manipulated this guy to do this stuff for her, but ultimately nothing ever comes from that, and she's just the sidekick that helps him out. There's a lot about this stuff that just really doesn't make sense. Like, it turns out that this family has been living by forcing the other families they invite to the farm to transfer all of their money to their accounts and then killing them. And apparently no financial people have looked into this, and so this random family with no sources of income keeps getting hundreds of thousands of pounds each time someone comes over their house. Apparently they've been doing this for years and literally just no one has tried to investigate them whatsoever. I don't know, there's just a lot about this plot that really needed refinement. You know, it's very sort of surface level, and yeah, I don't know, I was just disappointed by how little subversion, how little interesting things there are in it. It's just kind, like I say, it's just kind of what you expected. So yeah, See No Evil is pretty good if you just want a film to watch and kind of take your mind off things for a little bit, but I didn't really think it was worth the cinema price. You're probably just best off waiting until it comes on to stream, because it's just a basic movie that you know the whole plot by the trailers. Thanks for watching, lads and lasses. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing and checking out some of my other videos. Sharing always helps, and if you're feeling really generous, please consider my Patreon or YouTube membership. I also have a Twitter and occasionally I do live streams. But most of all, I just hope you had a great day, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.